Be the Pied Piper of the inclusivity you want to see at your school. Hi everyone, I'm Angela Langlands and my pronouns are she, her. My pearl today stems from the creation of these earrings, and if you can't see them clearly, they say transparent. The word transparent can almost seem like a curse word in some educational settings, as leaders balance the transparency of what is worth sharing or which issues are most pressing and how much open communication is appropriate. But for me, the word transparent and these earrings have a totally different meaning. After our youngest child came out as transgender, I became a trans parent. And with all transparency, I'm going to admit it here to you, I didn't get it at first. So I inquired, I read and watched and asked and learned and screwed up again and again and learned more. And though I'm totally on a learning journey today, and I will probably be on it forever, I'm going to let my experience be your school's call to action. As leaders, we need to be transparent with work around DEIJ. We need to be honest about what we know and don't know, where our school is on their journey, and we need to take responsibility for any failures in our organization. And all of this starts with 5 simple actions. Action 1, start by evaluating your own implicit biases. For so long, we've taken mental shortcuts without worry. We have to stop generalizing about people's skills based on the school they attend or where they've worked or who they've worked for. Start reflecting on your own implicit biases and how they may influence your language, your hiring, and your decision-making. Action 2, model inclusive language. For me, one of the most irritating words I hear and occasionally say is the word guys. Perhaps I'm more acutely aware of this word since my child came out as a guy, but why are we still using words like this to speak to each other? Let's avoid discriminatory words in exchange for uplifting ones. It's much more powerful to walk into a classroom and welcome the mathematicians or authors rather than boys and girls or guys. Imagine how your staff would feel when you welcome them back to school in August, not as your faculty, but as change makers. If you make this quarter turn in your language usage, others are sure to follow. Action 3 is closely related, and it implores you to value names and pronouns. Learning how to say people's names correctly and use gender identity pronouns honors the whole person. It's a simple notion, but the newness can feel strange. So let's take Trisha Friedman's suggestion from the Who of Curriculum video that we watched on day 1 and rehearse. Practice by asking questions like, can you remind me again how to say your name properly? Or introduce yourself like I did starting this pearl. Practicing these small steps will show others respect. And it's pretty easy to change your Zoom name. Action 4, acknowledge intersectionality. Everyone has their unique experiences of discrimination and oppression, and we as leaders need to be acutely aware of this. Every day as you walk into your school, you are in a position of power. You have to understand your power and be able to listen and support others when sharing their experiences. As Francesca Ramsey says in 5 Tips to be an Ally, speak up and not over. Be open to hearing the truth of those at your school who've experienced prejudice and racism. You must listen in order to get the work done, and you must raise up the voices for those who've been silent for too long. Action 5 is apologize. You're going to screw up. I do it all the time, but we have a responsibility as leaders to apologize for our mistakes and our mishaps and the wrongs that occurred on our watch. The pressure valve of tension and anger and frustration can often be released with a simple, I'm sorry. I recognize my mistake and I'm committed to doing better. Don't make it a big thing, but follow through by working on yourself to do better. And when you make another mistake, apologize again. My pearl today is to be transparent and take action rather than pay lip service to DEIJ work. Be the Pied Piper of the inclusivity you want to see at your school. Imagine the ripple effect this will kick off. Now, go forth, and be transparent. Thank you.